Our parents didn't leave Kenya because life was bad. They left their titles behind, their professions, their sense of recognition. They left because they believed the American dream had more to offer. What nobody told them was how this dream actually worked. Our accents, their stares, the quiet reminders that we didn't belong yet. Our parents couldn't afford Air Force Ones, Timberlands, or juicy couture outfits. There was no extra money for extracurricular activities, vacations, or even the prom dress I wanted. We didn't sound American. And American schools taught us quickly that we were last in line. Our parents learned the same at work. They worked 6.5 days a week, sparing only time for church. Double shift, overtime, 2 jobs, and sometimes 3 jobs. They were chasing a future they were too tired to witness. Because we grew up raising ourselves in the gaps of their overtime. With keys clipped to our belt loops, doors locked behind us, our childhood on silent mode. Stay inside, focus on school, and stay out of trouble. Those were the rules. And we tried. But loneliness has a way of finding children. So we, as Kenyan American children, we found each other. We partied together, got in trouble together, protected each other, all while our parents worked. We built a village our parents never saw. When my mother was able to take some time off when she was home, she was in pain. And I was her chiropractor. I had to massage her back with capsaicin. I can still recall that sharp medicinal smell from capsaicin. Like, even if you wear gloves, no matter what you do, the air, the smell, it never leaves you. It fills a room. And when the pain would leave my mother's body, sleep would take over instantly. However, before she drifted off, she left me with a command. Wabui, you will not suffer like this. This was a dream, not luxury, not fame, just relief. When my mother worked nights and I had to spend the nights alone, BET, MTV, and 50 Cent were my babysitters. I was fighting fear and loneliness by learning blackness through speakers and screens, trying to decode a culture I had just entered. And still, my mother's voice followed me. Don't forget why we came. Because in Kenyan American homes, dreams had rules. Nurse practitioner, dental hygienist, engineer, doctor, IT, something stable, something safe. But some of us, we're artists. We're curious, we're sensitive, and we're creative. We were dreaming in color in houses sustained on survival. And this is where we learned to stay quiet about our dreams. We chose security and tried hard to make our parents proud while slowly abandoning ourselves. Essentially, we lived 2 lives, one for them and one for us. code switching, masking, adapting, becoming who we needed to be just to survive, just to be accepted. We really worked hard for a future that our parents believed in. A future where doing everything right meant you'd be okay. But that future was never guaranteed. The rules changed, the ground shifted, and so the dream had to be adjusted. And I wonder how many of us are still trying to reconcile, still living double lives, masking and coping in the gaps. Because some dreams don't die. The artist in me never left. She just waited. She waited for the world to catch up. That's what I've been waiting for. And now through screens, platforms, and the courage that I've buried for years, what once felt impossible is now within reach. And for the first time, I can say the dream my mother whispered, I made it real. For both of us. And the dream that I once had, I'm finally living it. The Kenyan American child. If you know, you know.